Hello and welcome back to episode 11 of Unknown to World Known. We're back today for the final game of the season. We'll also have a little season review, and I can confirm we are in the Champions League next year. So before we get into today's video, if you are enjoying the content, please do leave a like down below, comment and leave a subscribe as well. The support is greatly appreciated. After our loss in the Cup de France final in the last episode to PSG, we then also lost to them in the league 2-0 again, unfortunately. Greenwood also on the score sheet again. However, this time it was Nuno Mendes that got the second. So that's the only thing we've got to go over, really. So we'll head straight to the game against Nantes, where hopefully we can end the season on a high. And the lineup to do that is going to be Blázquez in goal, a back four of João Cancelo, Balerdi, Komar and Gottin. Petit is the holding midfielder, Vendel and Gerson in front. Then we've got Jorge on the right, Tongia on the left, and Real is up front for this game. We've got a corner kick here, Vendel sends it in, Real's there, and then Balerdi at the far post hits the post. Svensson with a throw-in for Nantes here, as they start with the ball on the right-hand side. Tongia doing some good pressing, but doesn't manage to win the ball. Coco is going past Gotin, ball into the box, and Blázquez with an amazing save. And at half-time, it's 0-0. It was quiet up until like the 37th minute. Then we had two successive highlights pretty quickly. And in the first half, you look at the stats, we've dominated the game. However, we're not hitting the target, which is a concern. So with that in mind, we're already working the ball into the box. That's not great. So we're going to actually turn that off to see if we can, hit the target a bit more. Maybe we're taking it a bit too serious. And Nantes haven't really had any chances other than that one right at the end of the half there. So not a lot being going on in the first half, but hopefully in the second half we can, actually hit the target and we might trouble the keeper. Jorge on the ball early on in the second half. Cancelo sent it in, but Real was beaten in the air. Gottin collects it forward to Vendel and then on to Jorge. Chance for a cross here. He plays it back to Vendel and then inside Jorge, lays it off to Petit, and Tongia has controlled the shot, turned and put it into an empty net after the keeper dived out the way. However, Tongia may be offside, and it wouldn't surprise me with the way that looked. And we have had the goal awarded. It was actually onside. So Jorge laid it off to Vendel. I thought he was going to knock it back inside. He did. Petit with the shot. And I don't know how Tongia's managed to control it like that. Very, very cheeky. Coco bringing the ball forward here. Ajore with a ball over the top. However, Gottin is there to cover off Svensson. And then Blázquez is able to play out from the back. Also, just a quick confirmation. We've got £22 million to spend over the summer. And we might be looking at a few players on their way out to generate a little bit more. Hopefully we can do that. Got him with a cross to the far post. Jorge nods down to Real, who makes it 2-0. He is one man we do not want to be letting go, though. Although I would be surprised if there's not interest in him. I believe that's his 30th goal of the season. So there's definitely going to be people interested in Real. But hopefully, with Champions League football coming next year, he might stick around for at least another year. And yeah, maybe next year we can go one further in the French Cup. Jorge on the ball on the right-hand side. He turns it around and goes back to Balerdi, who is got a bit close to being caught out in possession there. But Petit to Gerson, out to Jorge on the right. Crossing opportunity, gets it in. Real, he beat the keeper too, but couldn't get it back at the goal. However, we've got another highlight starting from a goal kick. Gerson with a long ball over the top towards Real, but it's read by the defender. Gottin heads down to Tongia though, inside to Gerson, out to Jorge, and then he goes back to Balerdi, and now Jorge to Real. Tries to get it back to Jorge, but that was a poor pass. However, Real has collected the ball and hits it straight at Karius. We are going to let Partey come on and have a little run. It might be his final game for us. And the same goes for Under coming on for Jorge on the right-hand side. And we'll also bring Aure on for Komar. We're just going to make those 3 subs. They're 3 players coming on who are likely to be leaving this summer. So we'll give them like a final little hurrah. Under with a free kick. It's gone all the way through and then somehow being cleared. We have got a corner out of it. I don't know how that didn't end up in the back of the net. Under's going to send the corner in now to the far post. Iore is beaten in the air though, and Simon's going to collect that for nonce. Can he bring it forward? He's being closed down by Cancelo. Swaps it across the field to Coco on the right hand side now. He has a crossing opportunity, sends it to the far post, but Vendel easily wins it, unchallenged. We come back to the ball being cleared away. Gottin plays it off to Partey. Gerson to Tongia to Real. One more on to Under. Oh, he's hit the side netting. I was convinced that was a goal. So we end the season with a 2-0 win after our 2-0 losses to PSG. In the second half, Nantes only managed one more shot throughout the entire game. They've had 3. Very dominant performance. Very happy with the final result. Would have been nicer if it had gone with a Coupe de France from the recent cup final. But nevertheless, it's a good win to end the season. It's been a good season as well. We end up in 4th above Monaco and Nice. I believe both of them were predicted above us. At least Monaco were. Possibly Nice. I'm fairly sure we were predicted 6th either way. So 2 teams were predicted above us. And yeah, we've got the Champions League football for next year. And that gives us something we can build on now, I feel. And here we are for the season review of the 26-27 season for Marseille. Let's jump into it if it'll let us. There we go. We have skipped the transfer section. However, we don't care about that anyway. So, as mentioned, we were predicted to qualify for the Europa League, or expected to. We've gone ahead and finished 4th, meaning we are in the Champions League for next season. Fantastic result. And, for the most part, we never really had a slump of form, except for maybe this time frame here. But then the losses, other than the Strasbourg one, they're to teams that are very good. So it still wasn't massively concerning. We were largely good throughout the season. 9 losses across the course of the season. The biggest problems there, we lost twice to Lille. We lost twice to Lyon. They're the big ones that we want to avoid because obviously they're the teams we're competing with. Draws, we only picked up 3 draws. So yeah, that's again, Angers, we would have liked to have beat them. But Lens and Monaco, they're decent results. So, and Lens, it was away from home as well. So nothing too concerning league-wise. Europa League, however, we were expected to get to the second knockout round. We got knocked out by Leipzig. However, again, Leipzig, as you can see here, difficult draw. They weren't too unhappy by it. And in the long run, we've qualified for the Champions League. So it was all worth it. Coupe de France, they wanted us to reach the quarterfinal. We went all the way to the final and were the runners-up, unfortunately. But a good cup run. Our biggest win of the season was a 5-0 win against Lanarcus from back in October, where Tongi got 2, Jorge, Gerson and Traore got the other 3. Our match to remember, a 4-1 win against Saint Etienne from back in September. And our goal of the season going to Under for a goal against Nimes, which was a very late goal in that game. It was from April, so it was relatively recent as well. So we'll have a quick look at this goal. I don't remember it, if I'm being honest, but it might ring a bell once I see it. Tonga plays the ball over the top to Real. He lays it off to Under, and he just smacked it from range. Very nice goal. Can't argue with that being goal of the season, to be honest. Finance-wise, sponsorship is up by about £4 million. Broadcast revenue, however, down by about £3 million. Probably somewhat because we went out of the Europa League slightly earlier. Although last time it was the Europa Conference League, so I don't know. I'd have thought that would have gone up still a bit. Corporate and hospitality up by about $500,000. Prize money down by $2 million, which is odd. We finished higher than we did last year and went on a bigger cup run. Match day and commercial up by about 400,000. Just a nice little income. Shirts, our most popular players were Gerson, Real, Vendel, Lacava and Under. So one of those 5 is likely to be leaving this summer. I think the other 4 I'd like to keep. Obviously, Under's the one that's looking to leave. how we lined up, Blazquez in goal, no arguments there, although might be looking to bring in a new goalkeeper. Cancelo at right back, that could be him or Lirola. Balerdi and Komar and Cornet. Again, Cornet, he missed at the end of the season due to injury. But other than that, he probably was the main guy. Petit in midfield over Partey, absolutely. Cifuentes and Vendel, I would have put Gerson in there. Under on the right, Tonga on the left. Tonga really should be replaced by Lacava there. And then Real up front with his 30 goals and 8 assists, which is ridiculous. He's had a good output, and this is why I'm a bit unsure about whether to sell him. 9 goals and 12 assists. He's done well, but he is getting on a bit. So, I don't know, we'll have to see what happens there. Fans player of the season goes to Real, also the young player of the season. Side of the season was Gottin, and goal of the season, as we saw, was Under. Top goal scorer was Real with his 30 goals. He also got the most player of the matches awards with 15, which is a club record. Most assists go into Under with his 12. Real with the highest average rating, and also we've got a new youngest goal scorer in Julien Petit, scoring at at the time 18 years old and 285 days. So very nice to see that happen. And yeah, that's kind of everything. If we have a quick look, Real was up there for top goal scorer in the league. However, falls 5 goals short. He did have a bit of a dry spell partway through the season, but overall, he was fantastic for us, and hopefully we can keep him on. He is a wonder kid. He's wanted by some big clubs there, Milan, Inter, Juventus, Atletico. That's going to be tough to keep him here, but hopefully we've got him under contract for another 3 years. Maybe we can tempt him with another contract and raise his wages, and that might keep him. In fact, I'll probably do that just after this. Of course, there is also the chance that we are on our way out. I'm not overly looking to be. However, Chelsea job is currently available. I'm not going to Liverpool. I refuse. But I think Chelsea would be silly not to apply for. I don't think we'll get it, but I think it's got to be something that we apply for. And I'll leave you with that cliffhanger of us applying for the Chelsea job. I will keep an eye out for any other jobs that come up during the summer. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment what you think we need to do in terms of strengthening the team. Where do you think we need to strengthen? We've got 22 million, as I say. We are getting pretty much all of any transfer revenue that we make. Should we be looking to move on? If it's Chelsea, is that the team we should go for? Or should we hold out for somewhere else? Let me know what you think about all that. The big thing for me is, obviously, part of the target of the save is I want to win league titles. I don't see that being possible with PSG being in France. They're kind of, it's going to take a lot to overcome them, and it's going to be relying somewhat on them failing. And that's my issue here. Subscribe if you are enjoying the content, and thank you very much for watching.